One of KCDF's programs or thematic areas is livelihoods. So Isuzu East Africa came to discuss with KCDF, would we consider to support in doing a women empowerment program, and with a special focus on the Kenya rugby women, especially to give them life skills and also business skills.
The partnership with the Kenya Community Development Foundation has been ongoing for the last 7 or 8 years. It started off as a partnership of what can we do to support the girl child access education all the way to tertiary level. And the first 1 year or so, we got about 6 girls starting off the journey. And as time went on, I think by the second year, we realized there was a very great need out there, even for the boy child. So we expanded the program, not only to cater for young girls, but also for young boys graduating out of high school and looking for opportunities of higher learning in the tertiary institutions. So with this particular shared passion for education, we started looking to see what more we could do. And an opportunity came up as we had our various discussions with KCDF to look at the area of livelihoods. And that's when another opportunity did arise on where we could actually start off a livelihoods project and whom to work with. Hence the Lioness's story, the rugby women's story came about.
Isuzu has for a long time been a key partner supporting rugby in the country. And so out of concern, we are really interested in finding a long-term support program to prepare the Lioness for life beyond playing rugby. In this program, we discussed and decided that first let's do a needs assessment, just to understand what are their needs. Some of the issues they brought up was the lack of confidence, belief in themselves, the issue about lacking skills in business skills. They wanted specific skills developed in them. We divided the program into 2 phases.
The first phase, looking at their personal development skills, just making them become more aware of who they are, how to capitalize on opportunities that present themselves, how they can communicate, how they can also embrace their health as young women.
The first phase began in 2019 and lasted all the way to 2020, so almost 2 years, right into the COVID season.
It was a very tough time for us as a team. Actually, we were preparing for World Series qualifiers, and the week we were supposed to travel is the week that everything got shut down, and it meant a lot of loss for us.
I didn't have papers to do anything, so my world just crumbled because there's no any other money that was coming in.
Ilikuwa ngumu because hapa national team you only get paid ukitrain. Isuzu wakakamini na KCDF. Personally, walinisaidia.
We were being delivered food at your doorstep, and also they give us money. It helped us a lot.
After the first phase of the training, we had a graduation ceremony where we had about 29 ladies graduating from the first phase. The results of that first phase gave us the encouragement to continue with phase 2.
In the second phase, we focused on business development and entrepreneurship skills. So here basically we are focusing on how do they understand about business development.
As you're starting to maybe focus on a business, it's important for you to interrogate the legal landscape and understand the taxation, the licensing that you need. So for the first module, that's the kind of conversation we took them through. After that, we moved to the operations management phase. We also looked into issues like financial management, marketing, mainstream, and the emerging trends in marketing and those that can be profitable or for their businesses. We also looked at human resources planning, and we put a lot of emphasis there so that they can also interrogate their passion versus the skills that they have or they're bringing to the table. For the last segment of that particular training, we looked at then how do you present your business. We helped them to understand the science of sales. What do you think about when you are selling a product? What skills, what theories, what foundations must you be grounded upon? And also we looked at them, working on communicating their businesses And we also did expose them to different resource people who are already in business, and they came to kind of put things into perspective so that we are not very superficial in this process, but as practical as possible.
The program has been very instrumental to us. And for the first phase, I think it helped me deal with a lot of unsolved and resolved issues. And then the second phase, it really changed my mindset on business, because I never viewed myself as a business person. But having gone through that program in the second phase, I changed my mindset and I realized I can actually do business. I do content creation. I never took it as a business. Having gone through the program, it made me realize that I can actually have this as my own company.
After I got the knowledge, we went for our first game in South Africa and we got some money. I decided to invest on beauty business, so I opened up a salon shop, and then with time I also added like beauty product. It's now a salon and a beauty shop.
What the training was doing was also trying to shape them to better position themselves to work with corporates as partners, as brand ambassadors, and we could see the change in how the ladies were starting to profile themselves.
Now we know how to brand ourselves more. We know how to communicate to people now. We don't fear the way we used to fear and isolate ourselves.
That class especially, it transformed most of them, the way they started dressing, behaving, talking, and just doing certain things.
There's a lady who had done mechanical engineering, a diploma, and she was very interested in going into the automotive sector. And for us, we saw that was an opportunity, that was a low-hanging fruit to integrate her, this is Leah, into what we were doing. And in fact, one of the stories that came out of that second phase was by the time she graduated, Leah got an opportunity to train in a very interesting program that we launched in December 2021 with Bamburi, East Africa, called the Women on Wheels, an initiative to open up opportunities in the world of trucking for women drivers, and to ensure that they do it in a safe space and in a space where other corporates would actually take up more women drivers to take care of their commercial vehicles.
Business and rugby is about competition now, and you need to be the best in the industry. It's a bit challenging because sometimes you don't have funds. Funds kind of limit you, and also resources limit you.
It's important to close the loop, because you can train people, but then if they don't have the resources to set themselves up, then they will not be able to really move themselves to a level where their lives are able to change. Through this partnership, KCDF was able to give a grant to support the Lionesses to access some resources in terms of a revolving fund. Using a revolving fund model, it meant that the girls were able then to come together, form groups, through those groups hold each other accountable, access the money, do their business and pay back.
The life skills, the classes, the lessons, the savings, the investment lessons, they've really gone a long way. I'm so grateful to Isuzu and KCDF for just coming through for us.
So what we are feeling is a feeling of accomplishment, a feeling of satisfaction, of money well spent. We actually invested 5 million Kenya shillings in the entire program. We got value for money because of the lasting impact, the lasting transformation that we saw in the 30 young ladies who went successfully through the program.
The opportunity that they were given is an opportunity that really should empower them to change their lives and to set themselves up for success.
I would like to thank KCDF and Isuzu for giving us a platform to learn more about ourselves and also like to grow financially.
I'd like to thank KCDF, Isuzu and Kenya Rugby Union for being the solution to the problem, because majority of the players did not know how to handle their finances.
Mlituokoa, muendele na hiyo heart na mkisikia hata opportunities mob, kujeni tu through.